let me quickly go across to Advocate Gyanendra Mishra also, who's with us on the broadcast. Advocate Mishra, just want to understand from you quickly. The pattern on the ground is that I'm speaking to Gyanendra Mishra right now. Okay, all right. We have Dinesh Gundu joining us. Let's go across. We have Dinesh Gundu with us, AICC in charge for Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and the Karnataka Health Minister as well. Mr. Gundu, thank you so much for joining us on NewsX. I begin by asking you, has a perception of corruption been created as per you against the Congress in Chhattisgarh?
After being in power for 5 years, just during the elections, if the Modi government tries to play the usual dirty tricks, that is not going to work out. This is very, very clearly, it's very visible that it is a ploy to just create some sensational, make some sensational allegations and try and create some confusion in the people's mind of Chhattisgarh. But it is laughable, and this is going to rebound back on them only. And Chhattisgarh, our government has done very well, and we have no doubt that Mr. Baghel is coming back as Chief Minister. Okay,
Mr. Gundu, at the same time, has the Karnataka plan then been cloned to win the polls in Madhya Pradesh as it's being speculated?
See, Karnataka election was a path-breaking election because not only did we defeat BJP, we thrashed the BJP there. Despite Prime Minister Modi and Mr. Amit Shah being present almost every other day, continuously campaigning, they literally went to each and every constituency. So, what we did in Karnataka was we reached out to the people, we assured them a few things that which we called them the Congress guarantee, and we came out with a brilliant manifesto. So that is the thing. I think that model is being now repeated in other states, where Congress specifically tells what they are going to do. And the biggest plus point here is that in Karnataka, what we have promised, we have already delivered in 6 months. All the guarantees have been delivered and reached the people. So not only are we just speaking through words, but also through action. So I think that's why it's being used. These guarantees and these poll promises and manifestos are being taken seriously because of what the Congress is doing. Otherwise, nobody used to bother about manifestos before.
And we'd also, of course, like to understand why exactly does the Congress party feel that it will be brought back to power in Chhattisgarh?
See, it's already no one can discount the Congress. The Bharatiya Janata Party has tried its utmost to see that we have a Congress Mukta Bharat, but they have failed utterly, and people are looking at them with utter contempt today because the way they are trying to derail democracy and democratic principles. So Congress has always existed, is existing, and will continue to exist. And let me tell you, in all these 5 states, it is Congress versus some other party. In 3 states, it is Congress versus BJP, and in 2 states, it is Congress versus a regional party. So Congress is there in all 5 states, and we can win. We can win also in all the 5 states.
And at the same time, how exactly then does the Congress plan on beating the BJP in Madhya Pradesh?
See, in Madhya Pradesh, we were actually the elected government last time. The people of Madhya Pradesh had defeated BJP. But by engineering defections and Operation Kamala that they do, they came back to power through the back door. So, and they have seen the worst kind of governance in BJP, in Madhya Pradesh by the BJP. The corruption, the maladministration, people have gotten even more fed up. So, our campaign has been good, and definitely I think the people, last time they voted for us in big numbers. This time I think we will come out with an even bigger number. So, I do not have any doubts in my mind that Congress will not win Madhya Pradesh. I'm 100% sure that we will win.
Okay, Mr. Gundu, before we let you go, today is not the day for Telangana, but of course the elections are right around the corner. So I must ask you, Congress's minority declaration in Telangana has been criticized as vote bank politics. How do you respond?
See, These are not appeasement. Every section of society needs to be addressed, whether it is the backward classes, whether it is the SC, STs, whether it is the minorities, or whether it is the regional aspirations. All these things needs to be addressed. And in democracy, it is the will of the people and we work for the people. So when we are working for the people, issues of the people have to be addressed by us. Then why do we have a minority development ministry? Why do we have a SC, ST ministry? Why do we have a backward class ministry? Why do we have an agricultural farmers ministry? Because every sector needs to be addressed. Every people have to be addressed. So when we come out with the minority declaration, we are telling the minorities that when we come to power, what we will do for them. What is the harm in this?
Okay, and Mr. Gundu, of course, what impact do you think that the state polls will have on the 2024 Lok Sabha elections?
I think it will have a huge impact, and already we are seeing the signs that the last 10 years of the central rule of BJP, the life of the common man has not improved. The life of the super rich has improved. Life of the middle class has not improved. So all the false promises under the garb of communalization, under the garb of Hindutva, under the garb of all this politics of dharma, the actual lives of the people have gotten worse. Inflation, price rise, joblessness, everything. And also the foundations of democratic country is being weakened and destroyed.
Okay.
Our institutions are being destroyed. Media's freedom is being destroyed. Everything is being being misused for the sole purpose of BJP being in power. So this has become an obvious fact today. So this nobody wants, no. Any party can come to power. Today Congress can come to power, BJP can come to power, Communists can come to power, any party can come to power. But ultimately democracy shouldn't get destroyed. And that is what is happening in the country today. So for that, I think you will see that these elections will have a huge impact, and next in the parliament elections also we will have a new government in Delhi. I'm sure of that.
Okay, Mr. Gundu, before we let you go, do you somewhere feel, I'm coming back to Madhya Pradesh as my last question, do you feel that the divide in the INDI parties in Madhya Pradesh could possibly work in the BJP's favour? Is there a worry about that?
See, India alliance is being worked at the national level. I don't want to comment on that because I'm not the person responsible or a person who needs to comment on that. But it is a sincere effort that is being made and which needs to be made. Yes, there are differences. There are differences between the Communist Party and Congress. There are differences between Congress and TMC. There are differences with other parties. But at the same time, we are finding common ground. And I think India needs it. India needs an India alliance. That's what I would like to say. And that, I think, is what we are working towards, at not just for our own particular selfish purpose, but for the sake of the country. So any criticism on that, people can criticize, but ultimately this alliance is a requirement.
Okay, Mr. Gundu, thank you so much for taking our time to speak to us on a very important day, and of course more elections coming up in the weeks ahead.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.